Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In my last makeup rehab update I promised that I would do an empties I would repurchase and an empties I wouldn't repurchase video to catch you up on what I had used up between March and June. I have already done the empties that I wouldn't repurchase, so I will link that up in the eye or down below in the description box if you want to check that video out. But today's video is a little bit more positive products that I did enjoy and that I would repurchase. I am just going to pull these out in the order that they come out in, so no particular order or anything, but the first thing that I would repurchase is from Kiehl's, and it's their Deep Moisture Clarifying Cream. This is from their range that's kind of for pigmentation and things like that, and it's just the moisturiser from that range. It is quite expensive, but I would still repurchase it. I really like it on my skin. I find it hydrates it really well, but it's not a heavy cream, but I still feel like I'm putting something more than a gel on, which I quite enjoy in my skin. I like feeling like I can feel that I put something on but not feel like sticky with it, so somewhere kind of in the middle. It is a cream, but it's like a lightweight cream but more than a gel. So I really like the texture. I like that it definitely hydrates my skin, and my skin definitely does seem to be a little bit more luminous and a little bit brighter when I'm using it, so definitely would repurchase that. Next that I've pulled out is from Lush, and it is the Rehab shampoo. I don't like this in my hair. It's very stripping shampoo, so I wouldn't repurchase it for that, but it's absolutely brilliant for cleaning makeup brushes, so I definitely would repurchase it for that and for general stain removal. I have used it to take stains, tomato soup stains, out of fabric, so yeah, not for my hair, but would definitely repurchase for makeup brushes and other such purposes. From Davines I finished up the Oi shampoo and conditioner. I would repurchase these. I don't love that the Davines conditioners come in a pot, to be honest. I would probably prefer that in a bottle, but I can deal with it because I really like how these leave my hair feeling. I did say in my products I wouldn't repurchase that. I wouldn't have repurchased the Kiehl's olive fruit shampoo because I felt like that was really nourishing in the hair but just too much for my hair, which is fine. This is super nourishing, but I didn't feel it weighed my hair down as much as the other shampoos that I've tried that are for that kind of nourishment purpose, but I have felt my hair quite weighed down. This I felt like I got the benefit of it, but my hair didn't feel heavy once I'd washed it out. I probably would only use these like once a week rather than for every single hair wash, or maybe like once in a fortnight kind of thing. But I did really like them and I definitely would repurchase. Another product I would repurchase is this one, which is from Elemis, and it's their Skin Nourishing Body Scrub. So this is just an exfoliator. This was a little kind of gift set sized one, so it was a 50ml, but I definitely would repurchase this. It was a really nice gritty scrub and a nice base that left my skin feeling like exfoliated and nourished. Definitely the sort of exfoliator that's right up my street, so I definitely would repurchase it. Another thing that I finished is the Philip Kingsley Elasticizer Mask. I pretty much always have one of these in stock. I actually already have a backup of this that I'd bought before I started my no-buy, and I definitely will continue to purchase this. You use this as a sort of pre-shampoo treatment, so you keep it in your hair. It really nourishes it, makes it really strong I think over time as well, but because you use it before shampooing you wash it out, so even if you've got fine hair like me, it doesn't weigh it down. Really like it. It leaves your hair feeling light, fluffy, nourished, good things. Makeup wise I finished the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot powder, so completely away, totally panned it, very proud of myself. Would definitely repurchase this. I don't know if I'd rush to repurchase it, and I've got lots of powders to work my way through, but I did enjoy how this looked on my skin. I didn't feel it ever built up and looked cakey, and it did just set my makeup really quite nicely. Not kind of basically an undetectable powder. I also have finished up a little mini of the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair, and spoiler alert for my next one, I've already finished the full size of this. 100% would repurchase this. Love this in my skin. Super gentle, just leaves my skin feeling nourished and looked after and soothed. Whenever any other product has caused a reaction in my skin, I know I can go straight back to Advanced Night Repair and it will take it down. I've kind of got to that point now where I'm not that interested in experimenting anymore. Like, I just know what works. Advanced Night Repair works for me and I will continue to buy it. Another product that I love, the Oskia Renaissance Cleansing Gel. I have finished many of these over the years. I absolutely love this. I'm really sad that I don't have a backup because I definitely would repurchase this. I think what I might do is actually make this, once I do kind of really work through a lot of my stash, if you guys have just clicked on this video and you don't know the background, like, I will link up my makeup rehab kind of playlist in the description bar, and yeah, like basically I'm on a big no buy and I'm trying to really work through my own, but I definitely would like at some point in the future to repurchase this, and I think this is one that I would like to kind of keep as a sort of permanent cleanser. I really like the texture of it. It leaves my skin feeling really nourished. I don't really use this to remove makeup. I use this as a morning cleanse generally, or a second cleanse after I've taken my makeup off. I feel like it's a little bit too expensive for using as a makeup remover, but I know it's supposed to be super good for removing makeup, so I might give it a go as makeup remover next time if I'm feeling flash. But yeah, I really like it. I feel like this hydrates my skin but doesn't make it super oily. I really love it. Definitely will repurchase in the future. I haven't put a lot of samples, like sachet samples in here, because I think a lot of the time you can't really tell from one use of a product whether you like it enough to go commit to the full amount. But I have included this one, which is from Living Proof, and it is the Prime Style Extender, which is like a blow dry lotion and it extends your blow dry basically, and I did definitely feel that this made a difference to my hair. I suppose with hair products it's slightly different to skincare products in terms of samples and things, but yeah, I washed and blow dried my hair and I felt like my blow dry definitely stayed better for the next couple of days, because I wash my hair maybe every 3 to 4 days, and I did feel that the style kind of stayed in a little bit longer. My hair looked smoother and sleeker and more like freshly blow dried for longer, so I definitely would be interested in purchasing this in the future. I have loads of body lotions to work my way through, but one that I definitely would repurchase in the future is Kiehl's Creme de Corps. Now this is like a limited edition Christmas packaging, so it's maybe not instantly recognisable for what it is. But I do absolutely love this, as you can tell from the fact I finished up this, which is the big huge 500ml, I think. Yeah, 500ml one. I have lots of this to work my way through, because people quite often buy me this as a gift because they know that I like Kiehl's. I don't need to repurchase it anytime soon, and I've got lots of body lotions, but I definitely would come back to this. It's lightweight, it's nourishing on the skin, sinks in really easily, doesn't leave you feeling greasy. Perfect, love it. In fact, you can get it in the great big size, although it's expensive up front. It's actually pretty good value for money because it lasts a really long time as well. Another thing I would repurchase, L'Oreal El Net hairspray. This one is the extra strength. It still feels lightweight in the hair, doesn't leave your hair feeling sticky. You can still brush your hair after it, which I really like, because I'm currently using the Big Sexy Hair hairspray, which I do like. It definitely holds, but once you've used that, like the next day your hair needs a wash. So I did really like this, and I definitely would repurchase it, so that I didn't need to feel like I washed my hair every single time I use hairspray. I'm too busy to wash my hair every day. Another product that I have used up that I definitely would repurchase is from Bioderma. This is almost like a primer. It's called the Pore Refiner, and it's corrective care for enlarged pores or skin with blemishes. Basically, I just found it kind of mattified my skin, controlled my oil through the day, and was a great primer for makeup. Not much more to say, but I definitely would repurchase this. Another primer that I would repurchase was from Cover FX, and it was the blurring primer. Again, I felt this kind of mattified my skin. Not maybe as much as the Bioderma one, but I did feel like it kind of mattified my skin, smoothed it out, filled in the pores, and I really liked it. I've actually got the anti-blemish version of this to use, but I would definitely, depending on how I feel about that one once I start using it, I'd be very tempted to actually purchase the full size of this. I would really like something that's actually like a kind of green tinge for dealing with my redness, so that I don't need to use a corrector, but has the kind of properties of this. But we'll see. That would be my like dream primer. Let me know if you know about any of them. I know, is it Givenchy or Guerlain? I can't remember if it's Givenchy or Guerlain. It's one of the two. Have just released new primers, and one of them is a green one, but I don't think it's, I think generally if something's green and colour correcting, it's not mattifying, and I really want a primer that's two things in one, but I might be being a bit greedy. Next thing that I would repurchase, this actually goes with the moisturiser that I started with, again by Kiehl's, and it's the Clearly Corrective range. This is the Dark Spot Solution, which is the serum from that range. Again, I do feel my skin is just brighter and a bit more luminous when I'm using this range. I feel like pigmentation is just so difficult. I feel like I did feel when I was using this and the moisturiser together that my pigmentation did go down a bit, but a lot of my pigmentation, or what I think of as being pigmentation, is kind of, it's emphasised by the redness in my skin rather than being like a dark scar. It's more like red dots that I've got that aren't so visible when my redness isn't flared up, but when it's flared up my face looks kind of blotchy almost. I can't explain it, but I did feel this did kind of fade some of the marks that were there, so I definitely would repurchase it. Back to hair care is from Peter Thomas Roth, and it is the Mega Rich shampoo and conditioner. Again, really nourishing for the hair, but I didn't feel that it weighed my hair down. Again, these are just little like travel sizes, but I definitely would repurchase the full size in both the shampoo and conditioner. Oh, I love this. It's one of my favourite things that I've used up. It's from Stila, and it is a little mini of their Glitter and Glow eyeshadow. This is in the shade Kitten Karma. 100% want a full size of this. I absolutely love this eyeshadow. I think it's so beautiful. I did get the set, and this isn't one of the shades in that set, but I am going to try and use up the shades in the set before repurchasing any more. So I don't know if I'll be buying this when I go to New York or once my spending man has finished. We shall see. We'll see how I get on in New York. I don't know what my plan is at the moment. I'm still figuring it out what to do, but I love this eyeshadow, and I definitely at some point want a full size. I just don't know when that will be. The Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse Balm. So I love a balm cleanser to remove my makeup. I definitely would repurchase this. Again, a little travel sized one, but I would totally go for the full size. I felt like this removed my makeup. It didn't sting my eyes. It left my skin feeling really nourished and not dried out the way that micellar water leaves it. So yeah, 100% would repurchase this. Another cleanser that I like, this is from Clinique, and it's the Take the Day Off Cleansing Oil. So I've had the cleansing balm, which I've actually repurchased a few times from Clinique, but this is the oil version. I think actually I would purchase the oil over the balm, which I didn't think I would ever say. But I feel like the balm cleanser sometimes burns my eyes a little bit depending on how sensitive they are on that day, or what makeup I've had on them, or how they're feeling or whatever. I felt this was a bit more gentle on my eyes, but still took everything off. Again, it's an oil, so it still left my skin feeling nourished and not stripped. So yeah, would definitely repurchase this as well. I've used up 2 little Jo Malone Pomegranate Noirs. So again, they are just little like sample sizes, but because I had the 2 of them, I really feel, and I feel with perfume it's a bit simpler as well in terms of judging based on samples, because you kind of just know what something smells like and how it settles. But I did absolutely really enjoy using both of these, and I would repurchase, or I would purchase the full size in this scent. Something I really enjoyed using that I didn't kind of expect to was this, which is a little mini of the Benefit Benetint. I've got another little mini of this and I will definitely use it up. I really enjoyed it. It just gives like a really kind of healthy, glowy look to the skin. I really like the texture. It sort of merges with the skin and just looks very seamless, which I really enjoyed. And a little bit goes a long way. So I feel like this mini took me a long time to use. I've got another mini that is like this size, and I'm like, oh, that'll do me for like at least a year. So I feel like there's probably no need to ever like commit to the full size of this, but I did really enjoy it and I would definitely do that at some point. Another Benefit mini that I used up is this, which is from Benefit, obviously from Benefit, and it's their Lip Plump, which is like a lip primer. It just kind of fills in all the ridges in your lips, sort of blots out your natural colour and lets your lipstick really just look how it looks in the bullet, which I really enjoyed. And I feel like sometimes I prime my lips with like a lip balm, but it means that my lipstick feels a bit wet. Like just now my lipstick feels very creamy and I'm a bit like, oh, is this gonna move and be on my teeth? I feel like this was, it didn't dry the lips out, but it felt quite mattifying on the lips, so you didn't feel like the texture of your lipstick was interfered with. Second last product that I've got to talk about is this from Sisley. It's the Black Rose Mask. Absolutely adore this. I've talked about this quite a lot now. I do have the full size of this, which I probably will use up at some point as well in the near future, and it is something I would 100% spend the money repurchasing. Although it's super expensive, I just feel that it really helps my skin repair itself. Like if I've ever got a breakout and I use this mask, my breakouts really soothed down. I just really like it. It's very strange because I'm generally, sometimes like rose and lavender can actually irritate my skin. This obviously rose, but this mask is just, I love it. I absolutely adore it. It's something I definitely always want to have in stock. I actually have I've turned my gran onto this. She's now using the Black Rose Mask and cream and oil on her skin. It's so good. I really recommend if you can like get a sample of this. Amazing. I love it. Cult product for a reason. And the last product that I've got to talk about is a mask, and I had 2 of these and I'm actually using up the second one in my current 9 Before New York Project pan, and this is from Elemis and it is their Papaya Enzyme Peel. This one had a sticker on it because I had the 2 and I was trying to finish this one first, so I'd stickered it so I would keep lifting the same one. But this is just like a really nice enzyme exfoliating mask. It feels nice in the skin. It actually kind of feels like You don't really feel a kind of tingling or anything like that, but if you ever try and put on like a clay mask or something after you've used this, your skin's like, oh no, I'm raw. Like, it's quite deceiving, so you do need to watch your time because it doesn't feel like it's burning your skin or anything like that you usually get with kind of enzymes and peels and things like that. But yeah, I really feel this, you know, obviously it works to exfoliate the skin. I feel like I get less breakouts when I'm using this regularly. I feel like my skin is brighter, but I feel like it's super gentle, so I definitely would repurchase this. That is everything that I used up in March, April, May and June that I would repurchase. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it's been helpful and I will speak to you in my next one. Bye!